Hello to everyone. Today I would like to have a small dialogue with you. That is the topic of grafting. You know that I'm really good at grafting watermelons. I have a video that I filmed a while ago where I explained the whole process and the results of it. But what I'm not very good at, and something that I've never tried before, that was grafting fruit trees. So fruit trees, the grafting process of fruit trees is very complicated. And I remember my mom told me that she tried it 3 times and none of them worked. And actually, when when you peek into different gardens of the people who live here, you won't see any grafted parts or any grafted fruit trees. It's you really have to have green thumb for it. But this year I decided to try it for the first time, and I would like to share my own experience and something that I learned about it. That's still my first year. I'm going to do grafting the next year as well. But let's start from the very beginning. First, a friend of mine was very generous to give me some twigs that I can graft. Those were the twigs of plums, of different sorts of apples, and one of a pear. I have several apple trees that are growing in my garden, apple trees that don't bear fruits and don't produce really good harvest. And I decided, why not? I'm not losing anything. I need to try it. When I was grafting them, that was the end of April, and usually they say that it's like the extreme end of a grafting period. Usually people graft in the mid of April, usually in here, according to our climatic zone and climatic type. But the spring was really late, and me grafting at the end of April was something that I was doing really nicely and correct. And I remember that day when I was grafting them, there was snow, and I thought like 100% it won't work. I had several twigs. First, there was a first wave of grafting when I decided just to try it, and I used 2 methods of grafting. One of them was attaching a twig underneath the bark, and the second method was that I take a really small tree, and I've cut the whole upper part, and I've cut it into 2 halves and inserted the twig into it. So I think I'm going to show the exact process of grafting the next year, because this year I was reluctant to film something because I felt that nothing will work. And actually 70-80% of my graftings were successful. I grafted several apples to 2 of the apple trees, and also, that is so unusual, I grafted a pear to the apple tree. I looked at the compatibility chart of graftings, and there was like the thing that you can graft pear onto an apple tree, which is insane, and actually the grafting worked. And also I grafted plum. All of them are successful. I have a bit of footage of the development of my graftings. Definitely I'm going to show the state of my graftings at the very end of autumn, because right now they are growing insanely. Most of the graftings that turned out to be successful actually started blooming right when they opened up. Definitely I removed all the flowers so that they could focus on growth. When I saw that the twigs started thickening, I removed the sticky tape, because you also need to be really careful about removing it on time. And I could see the hump of healing underneath the bark. In all, I grafted 2 of my apple trees in the garden. One of them has several varieties of apples and a pear. Yeah, that will be an exotic mixture if everything heals nicely. Right now, closer to the end of June, they are almost intertwined, and I know that I have to remove one of the branches, one of the successful twigs, because there should be 1 twig on 1 branch. The second apple tree that I grafted is actually in our garden, right in the center of it, and I did I think that was stupid of me. I did a grafting on a 90 degrees angle because I think I never believed in the success of it. And right now I'm thinking really hard on what to do with it because I don't want to remove it. The plum is the most successful of them all because I used the second method of grafting here, and I think the second reason for such a successful growth is that I removed all of the upper part of the rootstock, so all of the juices are flowing to this twig. And also, I think I would like to ask some of your advice. If you practiced graftings, I really would like to know what to do with the graftings like during the first year. Should I cover them during the winter? In here we can have like minus 20 degrees Celsius, even more. And also I would like to know just, some of the tips on how to be careful with them, to look after them. Any suggestions on what to do next? I think I'm not the one, but I'm one of the few people in our village who performed grafting successfully. So now I'm an experienced grafter. In any case, thank you for watching and thank you for your comments that you're going to leave me. I will definitely try to reply to all of them. And see you next time. Right now that's insanely hot. I think it's plus 35 degrees Celsius, and I rode to a forest, just to hide from this oppressive heat. And the forest is actually pretty cool. We have a river nearby, so I'm going to dip my toes into the river as well, and just to watch water flow and to calm myself down. Thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.